According to UNESCO, about 1.72 billion learners have been affected as a result of school closures due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Many have resorted to the use of ICT for schooling. With this sudden shift away from the classroom in many parts of the globe, many are concerned about leaving anyone behind, especially children with special needs. Today on Sound Health, that is our focus. I'm Olasunbo Mudupe. Welcome to the show.
The NCDC has introduced a COVID-19 self-assessment tool to help the public assess risk factors of the disease. The self-reporting tool is to encourage the public report if you suspect that you or a loved one may have been exposed to COVID-19. The public are advised to complete the self-assessment tool and alert the NCDC of symptoms. NCDC says currently there is no evidence that pregnant women are at higher risk of infection or complications from COVID-19. However, due to changes that may occur during pregnancy, pregnant women are advised to reduce risk of exposure by staying at home. Over 100 Nigerians have been evacuated from Egypt by the federal government. Those evacuated and other persons arriving in Nigeria from abroad at this time are required to sign and abide by the agreement to comply with self-isolation and quarantine requirements at home or any other place selected by passengers, but within city of arrival, as against isolation at government-selected hotels. The returnees are expected to observe the mandatory 14-day self-isolation. The Lagos State government, through its Safety Commission, has commenced physical verification and issuance of safety compliance certificates to social clubs and centers in the state. The Director General, however, sounded a note of warning that centers whose registration and verification have been completed are not allowed to open until an announcement is made by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on the effective date for opening social centers. Till date, more than 93,000 samples have been tested. Over 16,000 cases have been reported, with more than 400 deaths in Nigeria. Remember, always wear a mask while in public spaces, including places of worship, alongside observing the social distancing rule and regular hand washing.
Today on Sound Health, Ben Arikpo will take a look at coping with homeschooling. Ben Arikpo is a master brain and cognitive expert at Dyslexia Foundation and Brain Center. He's joining us via Skype. Welcome to the show, Mr. Arikpo.
Thank you so much, and it's nice to be here.
Okay, before now, some kids have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder without parents or guardians even aware. How do you cope with such developments?
Well, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is one of the recent trends that we are finding is happening in society because of, I would say, because of the diet, basically because of the diet that we are uh, giving our children.
Okay.
Because some of the diets are so very basic on carbohydrates, especially as a result of that. Then of course, we give a lot of fizzy drinks,
Okay.
a lot of sweets, a lot of things that will cause the child to be hyperactive. And so, with the combination of that diet, as well as already challenged brain, remember that hyperactivity is also a brain condition.
Okay.
It is not a physical condition. So if their brains are challenged and then their bodies are also fed with a lot of sweeteners and things that will cause them to be physically active, and as well the brain is so active, that's why they find it difficult to settle in a place to read or to learn. That's why they struggle with learning. So the solution to that is, what I always tell parents, is that to cut off as much as possible carbohydrates, fizzy drinks, and all sweeteners from their food. And also take particular interest in developing their cognitive skill. There are exercises that can bring down hyperactivity even without medication. It's just a matter of time. Between 6 months to 9 months, you can actually control hyperactivity without medication by exercises, brain exercises designed scientifically for that purpose.
Okay, students with special needs experience a variety of barriers to education, learning. What do you recommend? At this time, what do you recommend?
For a student with hyperactivity?
Yes, hyperactivity, special needs, they actually experience barriers to learning.
Okay. Yeah. My first recommendation is that please, these things are not caused by witchcraft or demons or anything. These are brain conditions. So seek help, and the help is valuable.
Okay.
Once you notice that your child is not concentrating, is not focusing, please seek help. Seek intervention in any of the brain centers or Dyslexia Foundation centers where you can get support for the child. There is no point wasting so much energy running from place to place. You cannot run from place to place and expect that you're going to get a solution. The solution you need is actually to train the child's brain and to continue. When you train the child's brain, once the child is supported through brain training, then the child is basically going to improve and do well over time. We have seen it happen severally where brain training is the panacea for turning around situations that parents would have thought this is not going to happen. I mean, I am also a living example for that. And so many other parents have seen the same thing. So it is important that you seek this help. Seek help. Don't die in silence, as they say. Just seek help. Find out what's going on. Find out what is wrong with your child. When you notice that schools might not give you the answer, schools might not know it, but you are the parent, you see these things every time. So the best thing for you to do, as I always say to parents, is seek help. Go to somewhere, go and find out what can be done and what can be used to support this child. And once you do, that help is available and the child would turn around within a given period of time.
Okay, how do you help children with special needs navigate changes due to COVID-19? We need to tell them how to wash their hands. We need to tell them how to embrace physical and social distancing and other precautionary measures.
Yeah, what we have done so far is that we try as much as possible to get them to understand. As we say, they learn best with pictures. They learn best with hands-on things. So what we have done for some of the ones we have worked with so far is that we have tried to get them to draw pictures, draw pictures of people and maintain using the pictures to tell the story of COVID and describe social distancing from the point of view of those pictures, the distance between one person and the other one. And you know, children love to draw. And so when they draw the pictures themselves and they make the stories themselves, some of them are very good at comic characters as well. So using comics as well to tell the story of the COVID and try to train them on social distancing, proper hygiene, and proper use of sanitizers and hand washing. It's the way we've been doing it so far.
Okay, finally, Ms. Arikpo, let's take a look at evaluations and treatment for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, mood disorders, anxiety disorders, and autism spectrum disorders, as well as learning disorders at this time.
Oh, yes. The good thing is that with the COVID and the lockdown, there have become a new way of doing things. There's been new ways of doing things. For instance, before now, we were not able to do any support for any child who is not working in a center.
Okay.
Every support we provided at that time was based on coming to the center.
One-on-one.
But since COVID, we have been able to use technology to reach parents and to reach children in their homes. So we are working with them at their homes. We are supporting them at their homes. They are using technology, Zoom technology. We have trainers. We upscaled we ramped up our skills and capacity to use Zoom to train the children and Skype to train the children right in their homes. So since the beginning of the lockdown, we have been doing that. So despite the fact that we are not open physically in our centers, we are reaching homes and supporting them. So it's not something that if you want to do it, please search out the information and you can always get support from us as well. We are supporting children with particular attention deficit disorder and hyperactivity disorder. They are the most difficult to support, but we are using Zoom technology and Skype to reach them at home and work with them. And in fact, the parents are appreciating that when they look at the way the exercises are done and the way the interventions are progressing. They appreciate that this is really what they would have been doing all this while. So it's a good thing that you asked that question. There are possibilities that we are still using our technology to reach out to parents at home and to support their children with special needs.
Okay, Mr. Arikpo, we really value and appreciate your time and resources on the show today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I look forward to coming back someday.
We have been talking to Mr. Ben Arikpo on supporting children with special needs during the COVID-19 pandemic via Skype. Mr. Ben Arikpo is a master brain and cognitive expert at Dyslexia Foundation and Brain Center. Sound Health continues with trending health reports. This week, the world observed Autistic Pride Day. It focuses on shifting views of autism from diseases, to differences. It observes diversity, various neurological type express. Autism is a disorder of neurodevelopment characterized by impaired social interaction. Every child is special and talented. Bring out the best in them. This is where we say thank you on today's episode of Sound Health. Remember, staying at home and observing social distancing may feel like an inconvenience, but it is the best way right now to protect your family, friends, and neighbors who may be vulnerable. For comments and inquiries, please send SMS to 08035826603 or follow us on social media at LTV Social, #SoundHealth. A sound health is a sound mind. Make healthy living your choice.